Hey, what is up, guys? It's Magic the Gamer back today with another video. Today we're playing Minecraft again. A lot of people love my Minecraft videos, so we're gonna do another Minecraft. Today we're playing in creative. We're gonna show you how to build a treehouse in Minecraft. Well, you could do like survival if you want. It don't matter. It will take a lot longer if you do it in survival. So what you want to do is you want to find a tree like this where it's big. Kind of like this size. You want to make it to where it's enough size to where you have enough tall, which this is a pretty tall tree. Yeah, you could do ladders all the way around, but I would not recommend doing ladders to get up because as soon as you're up here and you try to go down, you might fall and die. So I would recommend doing the round stairs, I guess is what you can call it. First, let's patch up the grass to make it even around the buildings. We have a nice platform. You want a platform around your buildings, that way you know of what you got to do. Like this. It doesn't have to be even or whatever. You just want to make it to where you have enough platform. And then you want to get rid of your locations like this. Get rid of it. Now, since we're in a jungle, I decided to use a bamboo type wood to make it nice. Get rid of all this. That way we don't have any excess, like, background, textures that might look weird to our house. Like, collect all that so we don't have anything floating. Like that. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful platform. Alright, excuse you, Cal. Now, since we got a tree near us, we're gonna kind of destroy that tree. We don't need the tree too close to us. So we're gonna burn it. We're gonna burn this tree. One reason why is because it's too close to our tree. And, we don't need that too close to our tree. So we're gonna set this tree on fire and this tree on fire since it's too close. Get rid of that so that way we have a clear sight of what we're actually trying to build. So y'all can see what I'm talking about. We need to get rid of all this excess dough. So what you want to do is you want to go and you want to make bamboo. You can do it in survival if you want, but it would, like I said, it would probably take like a lot longer to build it because of how tall it is. The first step you need to do is get the bamboo planks. Bamboo planks are really fun to build because you can use the bamboo, and bamboo is super easy material to get in the jungle. The next thing you want to do is get the bamboo slabs. Now I wouldn't get the bamboo slabs and the bamboo planks the same, so I'd probably do the next one over, the bamboo mocha slab. Get rid of all the vines near the dill. Oops, I think I destroyed the tree. Patch that up. Yep, I need to get that patched up. That way we have a clear sight of our tree and not the vines interfering with our tree. Get rid of all the vines on the tree, make it look nice. Like that. That way we can see our actual wood. No covering up. So you're definitely going to need bamboo as our main first thing we need to do. So that way we can get a clear, type location. Kind of that way it's easier to see. With bamboo, it's a lot easier to get. The supplies is to get because you can just use it with bamboo. There we go. See, that tree is nice and clean. I gotta get the jungle log because I gotta patch up the tree that I destroyed. Jungle log. There we go. So I'm going to teach you all this stuff, easy materials that you can get. So if you want to try this in survival, you can, but I would not recommend it, especially because of how tall it is. and you might hurt yourself. Set all that on fire, that way we can get all that. We need a clear side of our trees so we don't have anything floating. Burn that, burn that. That way you have an easier deal so you can see the village or whatever. See, look at that. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to get a place to where you can get up, because you can't just magically fly up there like in creative. So you want to start with a, oh, that one's a little too high. Cobblestone or plank type stairs. Build it up slowly to where it's like that. And keep it up, keep going up until it's all the way around. It's a spirals type staircase, adding a nice texture and color to your design. Oh, that one's too high. That one's still going high. There it goes. So that way you can add a nice type flavor to your design, adding a beautiful design. So when you get done with it, it will look a lot better. Right now it does not look great because I'm just starting out, but that's okay. There we go, keep it up. And keep it up. Keep going up like that. See, you could do like, I'd probably not recommend doing that like that. Yeah, something like that. So that way it's a nice spiral staircase. You want to do it all the way around. Because this tree is so tall, it might take you a while to do. I would probably, if you're going to build like a tree house, I would recommend on a small tree because it'd be a lot easier to get supplies and actually to build. But I'm doing it on a tall one because I want to show you the skyline and what it looks like from the tower type design. Now with the tree deal, you don't actually have to build it this tall. You don't actually have to like go all the way up. You can just spare it out or whatever. But I'm going to build the stairs this way. One reason why is so I can get a kind of design so I can see what I'm working with and keep good. Oh, that one went too much. Come on, work with me. You could use stairs if you want. I would not recommend it because using stairs kinda doesn't help you. I did the way all the way around to make it a nice stairs looking like, so that way you can walk up the stairs easy. But then there's that problem is, what if you get attacked and you end up jumping? That's alright. That's where, if you want, you can add a jungle wood type design to your framework. In other words, take your fence like this, get you some, oh, I didn't know that you could get bamboo fence. Well, I forgot about that. Get the jungle wood fence. You don't want to do bamboo fence, especially since you just placed bamboo. And you kind of want to place it like this on the outside. So that way it kind of protects you. It gives you a nice round. You want to do it all the way around your fence to add a, oh, the dirt again with the dirt. And you can do it out to where it's like that, so that way you can have a walkway or whatever you want, and you can block it off there, and that way it's just one location you can go in, you can have a gate there or whatever. It don't really matter. Oh, I did that one. I didn't do that one right. Get out of my way, cow. Like, come on. A lot of times in Minecraft, you'll have those times where you... It's supposed to go there. I went too close to the tree when I did that. There we go. Like that. Oh, see, I did it. See, I did it again, guys. Look at that. Did it again. I keep getting it too close to the tree, and then that's not how you do it. And if you're in creative, you can just go like this, all the way up. But if you're in survival, you probably can't do that. But since I'm in creative, I'm going to do that. Get it done faster, show you what I'm talking about. You kind of want this framework around your house so it protects you if a monster tries to attack you, and it helps you out. Get that side done. And that side. And keep working until you're finally finished with all sides. You want to keep working like that. One reason why, it gives you a protection on that side so you don't fall. Even though it has a gap here, I wouldn't worry about the gap. The gaps won't like stop you. Hold on, let me burn the rest of this. Apparently I didn't finish it up. I don't want that. I want the tree set on fire, whatever. Okay, you do what you need to do. How is there a tree like that? Okay, set this on fire. Get that all. You don't have to set it on fire. I wouldn't recommend doing that. I'm just setting it on fire because I kind of don't want it like bothering me right now while I'm trying to do this. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you want to get some torches so that way you can actually see where the gate is. You kind of want to block it like that and then put one on that side. That did not work the way I wanted. Okay, good. It's not. I want to make sure it's not catching my house on fire. Alright, and then you want to take and keep going up until you're finished with the tower. So keep going up on all sides like that. I would mainly start with the corners and do one of the signs like that because it always gets so dark. But that's alright. Keep doing that on this side too, like that, until you get like that. Now, I'm not going to add anything. I'm not going to add the fence on this side. One reason why is I'm going to build another 2-story level here and here to add a building there. So let's get finished with these side and the back side, and we're going to show you what I'm talking about. Like that. And like that. Look at that. That's a nice design to your tree. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright, let's keep working on this side. Show you what I'm talking about. Now you could do it on both sides, but I'm not going to do it on that, which is irritating. I hate witches. You can do it on like both sides of the treehouse if you want to add a second level on both of them. You can do that. I mean, it's up to you. But I'm not going to do that because I'm just going to do one side. That way, it looks nice. Now, because this side is a little bit weird, a little bit different, you got to do this part here. So I would do it right about there. That way you have a walkway. Oh, yeah, maybe a little higher because that one's like bonking you in the head. Kind of like that. Let's get that side. You want to at least get this wall up to where it's about right here. So here you kind of want to stop. So I would probably stop right about here. On all of them. Oh. That way it adds. And I would do that on this side. And somehow there's a pig in my building. Get out, pig. This ain't yours. So do it like that. Just keep it up until it gets about right in that level. And then you want to do that again when you count. You got to count 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to place it on that. Oh, that one didn't work. Like that. See how you can get up and you can get down. And does that bother you? Nope. See, it's right there. This will help you get down a lot easier. And you can get out. Get out of here. Watch this. I'm going to watch this pig fly. Oh, I think the pig's running away. I think he knew my plan. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to block it like that. And then you want to stand it out at least a 4 to 5 block. Now this is not actually what I'm going to build. This is just going to be a skyline type situation. You want to get it out a little bit, and there's the bamboo in the way. Get the bamboo out of my way. Get that bamboo out of my way. Watch this. Piggy fly! Oh, dang it. Come on. Oh, I was so close. That's alright. But look at that. It looks like it's starting to come back together, right? Yeah. Well, you can actually take out, if you do like the way it looks, you can just take out this whole fence and just do a whole level here. And just, like, completely just destroy this section here and actually extend your building out. How's there bamboo up there? That doesn't make sense. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know how bamboo got up there. But you can extend it to where it's like that. And it's like that. Extending your location out. Adding the texture to your building. I would extend it out about a 4 block. So I would probably do like or 3 block. You can do 3 block. It don't matter. Like that. As long as you have a platform and it's all even on all sides. That looks about even. Yeah, it does look even, I think. Yeah. Like that. Now see, with bamboo, you can't do the fence like that because it doesn't like it. So you have to make sure you place the bamboo block, or you can do the bamboo like this. And it built down one there. I don't know why. Like that. That way, you can still walk up the stairs. But then you'd be like, oh no, you gotta have protection. We'll fix that in a minute. So this location could just be your lookout tower, where you can just admire the sun. This is where it comes with glass. Glass is made by the sand, not sun. I don't know why I said sun. Where you can play the glass here. But see, there's another problem. It won't work with the bamboo, will it? No. That's where you have to play bamboo slabs again, all the way around your building to make it bamboo planks. Now you can do bamboo blocks, but I was not doing that because for some reason. Now you have a perfectly good lookout location to where you can see the sunrise. Now I would recommend putting this glass on this, leaving the corners out. That way it adds. That way you can put torches there. And this is what it's gonna look like, guys. Get that and that and then that. So it kind of look like that. This is where you want to use the bamboo planks. Again, for now, you want to place it right there so it adds a different texture. You can use bamboo, or you can turn it around and use the jungle wood to add a different color to it, making it a little bit different, which is fine. You want to add that, and there's a bamboo tree right here. There's always like the bamboo just like growing where you don't want it to grow, like that. That's kind of what it looks like right now, and we're still got plenty of room to expand. This you can make a lounge area where you can just sit and watch the sun on the rails. Make it to where it's like a glass rail if you want, or you can use iron, whichever way, or you want to use fence. It don't matter. But then you'll be like, well, what about this section? This section is where we're gonna fix it. So we're gonna have to shrink this location to a 4 block because of the fence that we got going. This is where we keep building and building. Like that. You can put torches in there to guide your way down. And since there's a block missing there for some weird reason, actually I want to change that block. Let me just like that. That way, yeah, where you can tell. I don't know why there was a block missing. I thought I patched it up, but I guess I didn't. So, what the heck? Get the heck out of my location, my brother. Bye bye. Did he die? I think he did, guys. Well, let me go down and check this out. I think he did die. Oh, dude, he died right there. He died on that branch. Now, I wouldn't recommend building it on what I did. Build on build like that. And once you get to the second level, you kind of want to make sure you calculate and don't build it any higher than that. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 7, 8. Yeah, that's an 8 block that way. So you kind of want to make sure you count this. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop. Right here. One reason why you can do the planks now. Right about there. Just make sure it's even. That's the platform. And you want to keep it up again until you're finished with this side. And do this side. And then you can finish off the sides. You can finish off the sides. Make that where it's all the way up. Oh. Come on, work with me. There we go. That side's done. That side's done. Like that. Boom. Adds a nice platform. Here you go. You add another platform on top of this one, adding a nice design and texture to it. This is where you're going to have to destroy this wood. So you can put the blanks like this, and apparently there's one there. And you want to make sure it's all even on the sides. So it's like this. Get that wood like that. And then now you can build the outer side of the plank. I would recommend doing the same amount you did on the other side to make you a nice location. See how we got one, and that's a two, see how that's one right there, and you only got one built. This you can actually do another section, and then I would recommend another section. Make this one a little bit bigger than the actual bottom one. That way you have more space to enjoy whatever you want to build or things like that. So do another block and then another one. And see, I think this one, I think I did this one the same as that one, I think, to be honest. Yeah, I did. Okay, so you don't have to make it look the same. It could be something totally different. Now for this one, I'm not doing a square on square. It just doesn't look right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out where I'm going to actually stop at. Like, okay, so here's the walkway, and then that's the walk, and then we're going to stop right here. I'm taking that one out and placing like that. Take out the corners, add a nice fancy design. Oh, crap. I take out the one that was underneath me, too, in the process. Add a nice type design, or you can do it a different design. You can cut out again if you want, make it smaller. Now, since this one's a little bit bigger, I'm probably going to have to shrink it, so that doesn't look too weird, because right now it's making the other ones look tiny, and we don't want that. Like that. And that one's doing the same thing. I made the front and back too big. That's not right. Like that. It kind of looks like the same one, but it doesn't have that block. That's where you can go like this. Place the wood here and the wood here, and do the woods on both sides. And keep going with the wood until it's on all the corners. Add the lanterns or torches, whichever one you can get in survival. Probably torches probably be like the easier. All the stuff that I'm showing you how to do, you can get in survival. Because it's, especially if you live in the jungle, it's going to be really easy, especially with this environment. I'm kind of doing something that's a little bit easier. And you have a different location than that one. Let's see, we got this big gap here, so we want to patch that up. So that way it's not look the same. Because you only need a doorway. You don't need that big of a doorway. You're not a giant. Probably like about that. Yeah, probably like that. Doorway, and this could be the lookout tower to just admire the view. This could be your arching tower, whichever one you want to do, or it could just be another admiring tower. Now since we got that taken care of, it's time to work on the top level. So what you want to do is patch up this level here and completely patch that up. But see, here's the problem. We got all this tree here, but we gotta do it. So what we're gonna have to do is destroy this. Yeah, it's not a treehouse without the actual grass. But that's okay, we can patch that up. In survival, you would have to get a shear to do this, but we're in creative, so we don't have to worry about that. You want to get the platform at least smooth. Oh, but I think I destroyed one of my fences. Yep. Alright, let me see if I can light that on fire. See how fast it will take to actually get all that cut. Oh crap, oh crap. Let's get my tree on fire. That's not what I wanted. I'd probably not use that. I'd probably just have to do it by manually. You're probably like, well, it doesn't look like a tree house now. It just looks like a tower, but that's alright. That's where we get to fix this. So what you want to do now is, since you got this beautiful structure where you can go down and admire the view, and you can use this as another lookout point to your friends that, hey, there's somebody behind you, whatever. Or if you just want to let them die, you can just let them die. It don't matter. And again, I destroyed another log. How do I keep destroying the logs? Like this log right here, I don't even remember destroying, but that's alright. Torch. I think not in your way. As we go on to the top level and final level, this is where we can actually extend it. See, it looks like it's not going to be enough room. It does. It looks like, you're going to just fall, die. That's alright. That's where we go like this. And we place this top level on the side. This is so that we can get a design method of what we're actually building and how we're building it. Like that, and you do that. This is so we can see the area of how big it is, so we can design it. The deal. Now, I would recommend putting another block up to go up, so that way you're not like walking and then just like sliding. You can just walk up like that. Since we got this location, it's going to be a little bit tricky because the top ain't as easy as the double bottoms like that. But that's okay. This is where we take our imagination. Now I would probably use the jungle leaves right there. Wow. How does that look like a jungle leaf? I don't see the difference, but okay, that's okay. Get rid of the grass, and we don't need that in the flint, because we don't need that. You keep the other supplies. But see, that's what it looks like so far. We got a tree house, and this is what it looks like. It kind of looks like a tree tower more than a tree house. And something fucking let this motherfucker in. Sorry about my language, but this motherfucker is pissing me off right now. Like that. Look at that. Much beautiful, much better. Yeah, I'd probably put a gate. I probably should put a gate. Let me go put a gate real quick so that way no more mobs like come into my property without my permission. I'd probably use if you could get an oak log or something a little bit different so that way you can see where the gate's at. That way, because that one doesn't actually, that kind of blends in, so I'm going to have to use the birch. Because it's like a whiter color, because that brown is kind of mixing with the reddish. Like that. That way you can see where it's at. Now you could do camouflage on your deal and just put like tons of grass all over your tree, which we'll probably actually do in a minute. But I wouldn't recommend doing it for this level, but you can do it anyhow ever you want. Now let's finish the top level so then we can camouflage it, because now since I got that stuck in my head, I want to do that. But that's alright. But see how it's built, and we can build like this. So this is kind of what we want to do, flatten out the area. But here's the tricky part. Is it going to bother the stairs? Yeah, see, it's going to bother the stairs. That's probably why we're going to have to build it a little bit higher. So that way we can actually build it up. We're going to have to build it up on all of these. It might look uneven, but that's alright. Does it affect it? And it still affects it. For some weird reason, it always affects the stairs. I don't know why, so I might have to lower this down a little bit. Like that. Maybe that. Yeah, that seems like it will work. Okay, let me lower that one too. Let me lower that one a little bit. You might have to redo your deal depending on how you feel. Do it like that. All the way around. I would probably not recommend putting that one like right there. Right where the door's at. Which is like the only bad part about doing stairs is you have this big gap that doesn't help you build, which is alright. Here's the fun part. We gotta place all these planks, or you can do bricks. I'd probably recommend do bricks because otherwise you just use so much like slabs to build it. Now I'm gonna use this on the outer side, so it adds a different texture and color to the frame. What you want to do is that, and you want to take it like that and make it where it works. See how beautiful that is. And you want to do it all the way around. Get you a base type design. Now, since this gives you a lot of color and texture, I'd probably get rid of these four. That way it doesn't look weird with your design. You know, it's all built. Here, you can actually do some crazy stuff. Like, in other words, you can do a glass like that on the corners and make it up again. Just do the glass like that so it adds the frame. Then you could do the actual planks like that, but I wouldn't recommend doing planks on planks like that because they're two of the same colors. I'd recommend doing something a little bit different. That way it doesn't match the same deal, because you don't want like the frame to look the same. Now here you go, look at that. It's starting to come together, which is kind of what we want. And then you can keep building up on the glass. I would probably do a 2. I wouldn't do any more than a 2. You can add different colors, different shapes, and I just blow myself in. Like that. Adding a nice color and texture and status to your home, like that. Then you can actually patch it with this, and this, and do it all the way around. Oh, that one. See, a human does that. Alright, like that. Giving you a nice color. I would recommend putting some torches up in your house. That way it's not dark. Or you can do double torches if you want. It will brighten up your house a lot brighter. Then you can add your bed, your crafting table. Let me add the bed. And your furnace, which you can put your furnace on either, though it doesn't really matter. I would put the crafting table there, so that way it's on the side. You can add your bed. I would add your bed on this side. That way it's right next to the stairs, so you can go to sleep, or you can place it on this side, whichever way you want, if you want more room. Then I would place your furnace probably in this corner or in this corner, something where it's out of the way, so you can easily get to it without dying. And that's the start of the frame. We still got a lot of work, because we still got I thought I got rid of that, but apparently I didn't. Okay. And look at our frame. It looks good, but I would, like I said, I wouldn't recommend putting the glass up. But if you want, you can go another third level on the glass to add more pizzazz, more texture to it, which is all good, but that's alright. Oops, I did not do that right. There we go, like that. And add that like that. And do that on all of them. But here's the tricky part. Well, since I got that built, what am I supposed to do now? I would probably recommend doing a different color wood. Now, since I'm in the jungle and I'm next to actual supplies, I'm going to use the oak log or oak plank stairs. It looks like this. And I'm going to do that on all my top to add the design. Now, because the glass is there, you can easily just do that. Now, here's the deal. I'm not gonna do a regular, normal, looking house where just do that. I'm gonna just place like that. place like that, place it like that, and finally place it like that. Although you'd be like, well, what about the glass? You don't have to cover the glass necessarily, but here's where I'm not going to do. I'm going to go up one more level on the oak stairs. Oh, I keep destroying it. Let me just fix that. There we go. All the way around to add another level of the stairs. But I'm not actually going to do the actual whole deal of planks. This is where I'm going to take and I'm going to get the glass, regular glass. I'm going to put the glass at the top. That way you can see through your roof. It'll be like a sunroof, kind of. Look at that. This is what it should look like. It don't have to look like that. You can add whatever you want. That's up to you. That's all up to you. Although you'd be like, that's not really, it looks like a treehouse. It looks like plain Jane, you know, doesn't have no texture. That's where we can add the grass or the leaves. I'm gonna place leaves like this to cover the back. I'm gonna leave the glass the same so that way it doesn't look that bad. The roof I'm not gonna mess with. I'm just gonna cover the sides of the house like that and cover completely and the grass like that. And you can do that all the way around. You can just patch up the grass like this until you get done with that. Come on, work for me. There you go. I wouldn't been doing the same level on the house like that. I'd probably just do it like that. That way it covers your tree kind of in the deal. I would probably recommend taking it and going like this all the way until you can actually walk under it. So probably like right about here, because you don't want it like too above your head where you can't like do anything. You just stuck there. So I'd probably do it right about there, but all the way around the house until it's fully covered. That way it's camouflage. And see, that's about the same size as the door frame, so that's what you want. Finish camouflaging this bad boy. Like that. And you can camouflage it like that. I wouldn't camouflage the corner. Oh, I'd probably break that and break all the corners so you can actually be able to move around a little bit. Kind of do it like that. Now, here's the thing. You got to camouflage all of it. So you got to camouflage what you got to do. Keep camouflaging until it's fully done. Like that. And then I would do, not this level, I wouldn't do it like that. No, do it like this. Cover that bottom side right there. Like that. Adding a nice texture to it and design to it. Like that. And you kind of want to go down again. So it'd be like about here, and you want to camouflage there. Do not camouflage it like that because it just doesn't look right. You want to give it a nice design. You don't want to match it. You want to get it like that. Color should add a nice texture and design to it. And you can go down again to make it like that, so that way it adds another nice texture to it. But see, there's a problem. You can't camouflage this because it's too close to that. You can camouflage this, but when it comes to the sides, you can't camouflage it. That's where you just follow along, but you cut that corner out, adding a different design to it. Look at that. And so far, it's actually coming together. It might look weird, it might look crazy, but that's alright. No one's judging here. And finish it out by keep covering it up and covering it up until it's fully finished, covered. And you want to do that with all of it. You want to add some sort of design to it. And there, like that, and then keep going. But see, you don't want to camouflage that, because if you camouflage that, you won't be able to move. You camouflage this, you won't be able to move at all. So you kind of want to leave a little bit of it uncamouflaged, so it look like that. And then for the bottom section, you want to finish it out by adding more grass, like this. Now, I'd recommend camouflaging this because it's brighter. See, there's always bamboo like right here, and I don't want bamboo like right there. And you want to finish it out like that. Adding the color and design. Go lower again. Do not do the same thing because it would just look weird. You want to add yours a design, which is really helpful. Kind of like that. Go down again, camouflage there, and build all the way around. It gets about like right about there. You want to keep going all the way around your house to add another color and texture to it, like that. Now this is another problem. Well, what I can't camouflage the straight deal that too easy because the blocks are covering it. With the blocks, you don't actually have to use the dills if you don't want to. I think there's another thing that you can use that might work better, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it's the vines. I think will work on this. I think. Oh, let me see. Will it place? No, I don't think it will place. Okay, so you might have to use the grass. I thought the vines would work on the fence, but I don't think it works on the fence. I think it only works on the trees. So you might have to actually use this, which, yeah, it kind of sucks because it would add a different texture to it. But I thought the vines were gonna work on that, but it's not gonna work on that, so that's all right. Color it again all the way around till it's fully to the bottom, making your tower blend in with the background and the environment. There's a zombie near me. I hear it. And you want to make sure all of this is camouflaged like that, so that way you can add like that to make it sure it's finished. You want to make sure it's camouflaged. Here you don't want to camouflage the front, otherwise you'll never find your way back inside the house, and that's not something you need. You just need the back section camouflaged. Get out of my way, creeper. One thing about working in creative and mob zone is there's always mobs every single time you're trying to build. So if you want to build and have fun, I would recommend taking off the mode while you're doing creative and then switch it back. Although you won't get rewards, that's okay. Look at that. Completely hidden and makes it look 10 times nicer. So let me show you guys the inside of this, so that way we can actually show the inside of it. Inside looks a little basic. You can add whatever you want right here. You add a little secret stash or a basement, don't matter. You got the spiral staircase all the way up to your first level, which is a balcony. And then you can go up again, another 8 more steps, adding a secondary balcony here. And then if you go up to the final step, you'll go all the way up to your house, which will be here, and a beautiful luxurious deal where you can see out and you can see up, telling if it's night or day, so that way you can know if you want to go up. And I will show you guys the far view so that y'all can see what it looks like from afar. There's a lot of stairs, to be honest. I thought I was gonna make not that much stairs. Alright. Why is there so many creepers? I would probably not build it in the jungle because there's too many creepers over here. And I missed so much grass. Hold up. I gotta patch this up real quick. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. Yeah, patch it up a little bit. There we go. That way, you know, blends in but doesn't like... Yeah, something like that. You kind of want to make it where it doesn't like noticeable. You want to make it to where you just go invisible. This is what it looks like from the far view. You don't add to have camouflage on it if you don't want to. I added camouflage that way it blends in and I can have a nice texture to the house. So that's what it looks like. Showed you guys the inside. I showed you guys the outside. This is what it looks like. Hope you guys like it. This is Magic the Gamer signing off. Until next time. Adios.